Okay, gentlemen, we're here back. Sorry for not vlogging yesterday, and it's day 435. Trying to become a millionaire, and inshallah, God will, we're one step closer because we did got accepted to one another place to work at. And you might be wondering what the heck Sanjar is talking about, because last 3 days we actually were kind of working in this route. I was committing the job and committing to work 10 a.m. whatever. And now I'm saying this, and you might be wondering, like, what the heck, he's talking about. Actually, I was in the internship process, so learning about the company, basically learning about their products, because it's a sales role, and especially because we're selling some drugs kind of things, not in a bad sense. I mean, like, vitamins, this kind of things. We have to sell to people these things, and you better know what you're selling, and you better know how this thing is gonna work. Although I'm kind of chill. The reason is, they said they have all the licenses and they all the good stuff which is required to actually sell a vitamin or a drug, depending on what you want to call it. So I don't really have to care about if it's like a good thing or a bad thing, because if they have the certificates and licenses, then the government knows about what the heck they're doing. And if it would be really a bad thing, then it would be illegal, or they wouldn't get the license, right? But thank God they do, and thank God they pay a fix or a base as a sales job, by the way, if you didn't if you didn't forget. And a lot of the sales jobs, they don't offer any base. They just a lot of the good places which have an office in some kind of business center, in some kind of fancy place, and they kind of abuse a little bit the fact that they're spending a lot of money on other risks, like pay of rent on an office. And the matter of fact that they're selling, for example, I had experience in one real estate company, and they didn't offer it a base pay. And I kind of can say, why is that? It's because it's a fancy place, and you're selling real estate to kind of rich people. And they were like, if you want to sell really actually some kind of good stuff and work in a business center, you probably we're not gonna be paying this base, whatever. I'm sorry for making a messy video, but it's either a messy video or no video at all, because the head is kind of aching, and I would rather go home, eat something, relax, pray my prayers, and do the stuff which is required, except then vlogging, because I'm not feeling like vlogging. And really, I mean, it's my commit if whether I want to do this thing or not. I'm just by the way, they did accept us after the internship process, although I kind of failed the exam. I was nervous too much. I made it. We made it out. What else can I say? We did got accepted, and actually they should have opened give me a second. Actually, we should have stayed until 9 p.m. today, because the work schedule is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I did commit at 9 to the job at 9 a.m. I was loading the scripts and doing all the required stuff, but then after we did got accepted, they should have the date of today should have converted to our official first day of work, and we should have started making money. And I don't know if we did make money, because they didn't open the accounts for us, so we didn't cold call anyone. And so hypothetically, we didn't make any money, at least from the commissions. Okay, maybe we made some money who knows, maybe if the company is so blessed and so great, maybe they're gonna give us some money, but probably not. Let's be real. Okay, gentlemen, tomorrow is our hopefully first work day. Gonna commit to work at 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. But then, I gotta say you, the work schedule is 2 to 2, so you 2 days of work and 2 days of rest. And if it means that we will have to work on Sundays, like today is Sunday, it means that you are gonna go to job, okay? But it means that the next week on Sunday you are gonna rest. So it's confusing, obviously. It's not normal 9 to 5, it's not working at McDonald's. But again, it's not as bad if someone is gonna ask you what kind of job you're doing, what kind of, things you're doing. You're gonna say, okay, I'm working in a sales job. And they're gonna be like, okay, what you're selling? I'm gonna say like, vitamins, the protein people drink after the gym. We're not selling this thing, I'm gonna say it as a security, we're not selling this thing as different kind of vitamins. But I'm gonna tell them, hey, vitamins, it's a useful thing, it's kind of expensive, So, yeah, gentlemen, this is one thing. Another thing is, some people are saying, who are working actually over there, that they're making 500 to 600 USD. And some people told us that they make 400 USD, and probably we're gonna make our first month or something about 400 USD, hopefully, inshallah. The problem is, oh my god, I'm feeling a little sick, not because of the job, but I think in general, yeah, today I woke up with such a headache. When you wake up in the morning with a headache, that's not a good sign, especially if you go to bed at 8 p.m, which is really early for a man like me, and you still wake up with a headache. That's not a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. Hope that Allah is gonna cure me without any pills and drugs, because my mom doesn't really have much money left and she's relying on me, but I don't have a lot of money to buy the drugs and things required. Yeah, gentlemen, it's looking better. I mean, like, they could have just say, Sanjar, you didn't memorize the script properly or whatever, and say that, okay, you're not gonna work, I'm sorry, go and prepare the script once more again, as like one of my sales job actually did. And that's why I kind of said, screw you, I don't really have to memorize the script. The people who are actually working in your company, just saying whatever they want just to sell, they're being normal human being. Like, you're making me, I just, there was a lot of chaos happened over there. But this place, although I didn't succeed at passing the exam, they still hired, alhamdulillah. What am I gonna do next 2 days of rest? That's the interesting thing. Hopefully I'm gonna get recovered. Hopefully I'm not gonna feel tired. I just can't, because the college is coming in, and these two things, work and college, already have enough stress to be handled waiting for me over there. I hope that we're gonna make money as quickly as possible. I hope this time is gonna pass and we're gonna make a lot of money, right? So like 400, maybe even 500 USD. It's gonna be a huge boost. They're gonna pay your salary twice a month, so basically half of your salary and then another half of your salary. So I have to, today is almost 20th of May today. It means that probably end of May or June 5th we're gonna make our first money, which means it's very good. And then basically June, I think 16th or 17th, next pay is gonna be in. And yeah, gentlemen, so what can I say? I mean, I wish these things never happened, kinda, I wish we made the money out of our agency and everything worked out. and now I had to get this job because we're not selling some like luxury homes right here, alright? It's not a job of your dream. So I will go home, check my account on the platform I applied for jobs. Maybe I will continue applying for more jobs, and I think should,